The United Nations has called for calm after protesters stormed Libya's parliament in the eastern city of Tobruk on Friday night and set fire to part of the building. The protesters are demanding the dissolution of parliament, are calling for new elections to be held, which were scheduled for last December. With me a short time ago in the studio was the BBC World Service Middle East editor Youssef Taha. He started by explaining why this was happening right now.
The protesters yesterday are mainly youth, and they've had enough of this waiting game and the infighting between the internationally recognized government in the capital Tripoli and the not recognized also government in the east of the country in Benghazi. Libya, after the removal of the long-term leader Muammar Gaddafi, all the protesters turned on each other, and we had so many militant groups vying for power. So this split has not led to any stability in the country, and these youths who protested just had enough of that. Their patience ran out thin. They are complaining about the worsening living conditions, insecurity, as well as not holding the elections that were supposed to be held last December. They want the parliament dissolved, and they want the fresh elections to be held so that they can move towards democracy and stability.
When you mentioned their living standards, for a country which is rather generously endowed with natural resources, living standards are really very poor.
Absolutely, because Libya is among the top 10 countries in the world with the largest reserves of oil and natural gas. However, because of the infighting in the country and instability, very often militant groups actually surround and block export terminals, so oil cannot be shipped out. In a country that has nearly 7 million people, so living standards should be much higher, and they used to be. So the youth now are calling on political leaders in Libya to set aside their differences and come together for the good of the country itself.
Our Middle East editor for BBC World Service.